Okay, let's dive in. Today we're looking at a really fascinating proposal. It's for a new project called Queer Health Hangout,
Hmm.
pitched as a multi-episode series kind of developed with Alan Michael Spaulding. It's meant to be like a vital resource.
Right. And the core mission, as I understand it, is featuring LGBTQ plus web influencers.
Exactly. Having them share, their own coping skills for self-care, maintaining a healthy attitude specifically aimed at young people. So for you listening, this is kind of a shortcut to understanding a really timely idea.
It definitely feels timely.
And what's really compelling, I think, is the need it addresses. It's
Yeah.
trying to help LGBTQ plus youth see their own struggles reflected in people they might look up to online.
Yeah, that relatability factor.
Totally. And you hear this all the time from older folks in the community, right? That phrase, gosh, I wish I had something like this when I was young.
Definitely. It resonates.
So this project aims to be that thing, especially considering the tough reality that many young people face, displacement, even homelessness. Just for coming out, seeing others overcome that, that's powerful.
It absolutely is. And
Hmm.
looking at the project description, it's quite strategic. It's not just random stories. It's a whole series focused specifically on mental health and coping within the LGBTQ plus community, particularly those in the public eye.
People already out there, like vloggers and bloggers.
Exactly. YouTube vloggers, online bloggers, influencers on other platforms,
Mhm.
many of whom have actually already been quite open about their
So
struggles.
it leverages existing visibility.
Right. And it frames itself as a tool not just for the young people, but importantly for their families,
Hmm.
families who might lack resources or understanding. The hope is really to foster tolerance, acceptance.
And let these young people express themselves healthily.
Precisely. Through
Mhm.
seeing these shared experiences.
And it seems to go deeper than just personal anecdotes. They mention these broad, course concepts the series would explore. Can you elaborate on that? How do these concepts elevate it beyond just storytelling?
Yeah, that's a great point. These concepts, things like social gender constructs, feminisms and masculinities, uh, stereotypes in the body, they provide a framework.
A lens to
That
understand things.
exactly, a lens. So social gender constructs, for example, helps kids unpack how society shapes gender roles. That's huge for identity. Or intersectional sexualities, understanding how different parts of your identity, like race or class, intersect with sexuality.
Giving them language for their experiences.
Yes, language and context.
Yeah.
It also covers things like global gender representation, even really current stuff like navigating digital romance. It's meant to be a whole toolkit, really.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So who is the absolute core audience they're trying to reach?
Well, the project description is pretty clear. Primarily, it's aimed at troubled LGBTQ plus teens and young adults, early 20s, say.
Especially those in difficult circumstances.
Yes, particularly those who might be homeless or dealing with significant mental health challenges, often linked to coming out. But, the door is open. Anyone who wants to listen and maybe find some empowerment through these stories is welcome.
Find their own empowerment. Yeah, that's key.
Hmm.
Now, thinking about the practical side, for listeners maybe inspired by this, the funding model seems interesting, quite lean.
It really is.
Yeah.
That's one of the striking things. Very little startup capital needed, apparently.
Yeah.
They're suggesting things like GoFundMe, social media fundraising,
Yeah.
basically tapping into community support.
A grassroots approach.
Totally. Which gives it flexibility. And then down the line, if it's successful, sure, there are possibilities for endorsements, ads, listener support, the usual routes.
It starts lean.
It starts lean. It shows how digital platforms can, democratize this kind of support. Big impact doesn't always need big initial budgets.
A really valuable takeaway there.
Definitely. So it makes you think, doesn't it? What does it really mean when a project like this uses digital tools, uses shared stories to offer vital mental health support and a sense of community, especially for young people navigating some really complex identities and challenges today? It kind of proves that sometimes, the biggest impact can start with the tools we already have at hand.